Good morning, graduates, families, friends, administrators, and teachers. I'm so thankful and honored to have this opportunity to speak to you. I don't know about you, but it's been a long time since I've put a dress on, or dressed in something besides my pajamas. I would like to thank my family, teachers, coaches, and fellow classmates for their constant support over these past 4 years. I would also encourage you to thank those who have supported you throughout your high school career. If we're honest with ourselves, we did not make it to this day on our own. These past 4 years of high school have been exciting, and I think we can all agree that senior year has been full of the most surprises, but each year has been special in its own way. I'd like to share a personal story from my first year as an Emerald High School student. When I was in 9th grade, I decided to join Emerald's track and field team. Somehow, Coach Payne convinced me to come to a single day of practice. And if you're one of his athletes, you know that that's all it takes to be committed for life. I had never played a sport before, and it was obvious to anyone who watched me run. I practiced with the team for months, and it was finally racing season, which meant anxiety, vomiting, and a little more vomiting. I lined up for the 800-meter race, listened for the gun to go off, and then ran with everything that I had. The crowds were cheering as the athletes ran across the finish line. One scrawny little girl finished half a minute behind the pack, dead last. That scrawny little girl was myself. It was in moments like those that I would lose hope and sight of a better future. How often do we lose hope when we don't know what the future is? Take today, for instance. We don't know when the heavy cloud of COVID-19 will be lifted. The future is uncertain. After my first year of running, my coaches and teammates continued to encourage me to be a part of the team. As I invested more time in the sport and pushed myself to a further extent, I finally started making progress with running. By my junior year, I won the same race that I had come in dead last only a couple of years before. I share this story as an illustration of hope. If I had decided to quit after coming in so far everyone else when I raced for the first time, I never would have won that same race years later. I had hope that things would get better. Sometimes I needed a reminder of hope. Sometimes I would only think of the worst things that could happen in my future. It was times like these where I learned to stop and pray for hope. Jeremiah 29:11 reads, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, plans to give you a future and a hope." I would often find myself quoting parts of this verse as a way to renew my hope. My coaches, teammates, and family also helped me have hope. When I wanted to slow down, my coaches assured me that my hard work would pay off. When I wanted to give up, my teammates strengthened my endurance. When I wanted to break down, my family encouraged me that my performance had no impact on their love for me. It's not always easy to have hope, and many times we need others to reveal the hope that we have. While none of us know exactly what our future looks like, it's safe to say that all of our futures will look different. Some of us have chosen to enter the workforce, while others have decided to serve in the military, and still others have decided to pursue further education. Despite current circumstances, it can be daunting to enter the next stage of life. Hope is not solely necessary during the COVID-19 crisis, but rather essential in all aspects of life. The state motto of South Carolina reads, "Dum spiro spero." While I breathe, I hope. Is that true for us today? The next time you're waiting at a red light, trying to get to Walmart to pick up more toilet paper, look for this phrase on the license plates around you. Be reminded of what it means to have hope. Hope brings us together. Hope allows us to move forward. Hope promises a better tomorrow. Congratulations, class of 2020. May you experience much hope and success.